So here we go. This is my first attempt at trying to do a quick review, as my team mentioned to me today. If I keep postponing this and not get this going, I'm gonna lose the spirit of entrepreneurship. Fast fail. So I thought I would share with you guys this laptop that I got about 2 weeks ago. It's an Asus laptop. I actually sold my Lenovo ThinkPad and got enough money with some to spare to get this one. So it's a 14-inch laptop, Asus UX433. Actually comes in three models. 333, which is 13-inch, 433, which is 14-inch, and 533, which is 15-inch. I thought the 14-inch was a good compromise in between. The form factor. It's a fairly small laptop, just over 1 kg. Lots of good ports. I think it's got a micro SD slot there, USB 3, the audio jack on the other side, USB-C, but not Thunderbolt. Okay, another USB 3 port, HDMI, and then unfortunately still the Asus proprietary kind of adapter. It does have an interesting design. So if you look at this here, take a look when you actually open it up. See, the hinge actually folds back and it lifts the laptop up a little bit. So this apparently helps with the heating. But what it also does is it hides the screen, so you see more of the screen. You don't see the bezel that's underneath it. So while this thing starts, what it does have, it's got window hello. So you can see that's got an infrared kind of thing looking for me. Let me just switch it down and see if it can find me, and there it goes, unlocks. The cool thing about this thing is this model is actually the top of the line model, and with that comes with a couple of things that differentiate it from the i5 model. So there's the i5 model and the i7 model. Obviously the 8th gen Core i7 model has also got a dedicated GeForce MX150, which I think comes with a 2 GB of RAM, video RAM. The other thing is you press this thing and it kind of has a dedicated gimmicky kind of numpad. It still is the touchpad, and you can still walk around with it, but you can type as you play around with it. The other thing, let me try and load up that won't go away. Let me try and load up a game, which I, just to see in terms of GPU, what kind of performance it's gonna give. It's pretty decent. I mean, the screen, sorry about that. The screen is 1080p, so it's not a 4K model, and it is not a touch screen, but you can see here, almost looks very bezel-less. So, I mean, you can see that the screen actually goes in there, but you can't actually see it. So from a aesthetic standpoint, it looks pretty good. And I can't seem to get this thing out. There you go. It disappeared. So this is, let me turn down the volume a little bit. This is actually what's the game called? Dishonored 2, which is about 2 years old. The graphic is preset to NVIDIA optimized, so it's not going to be the highest, but I think it's pretty decent enough. So let's see. Let's do a new campaign. I don't have a mouse here, but take a look. I mean, things are pretty snappy. Yeah, let's start a new campaign. But otherwise, let's look. Backlighting, supposed to be Harman Kardon audio, sounds decent enough. Not too bad. Yeah, but good for something this size. I mean, I kind of thought whether or not I should wait for the later Asus model that was just shown as SACE, but I kind of thought I better not, because the MX150, which is the same card, has been out for about 2 years already, so it's not going to get any better than this. But yeah, no, I mean, this is pretty good, I think, from a perspective that this is a laptop that weighs just over one kilo, and you can play, pretty decently with it. This you can, yeah, and the response is pretty good overall. You can run and see this. I think if you got a mouse, you can probably play quite decently with it. I mean, it's not 4K, but I think it's something that you can take around and play. Also, I don't know if you can hear the fan a little bit start to blow up once I ramp up the MX150. it starts to heat up a little bit here, but I think for something that costs 37,000 baht, or just over $1,000 US, I think it's pretty decent. And if you go with the i5 without the GPU option, if you're not focusing on the gaming piece or the graphics piece of it, you can get it for 28,000. I think I'll confirm that, but yeah, then the price drops quite a bit. So overall, I think pretty decent option.